So what is the vector direction of a rotating object? Remember that we said that if an object is rotating, it has some kind of angular velocity, and velocity is a vector, so we should have a vector for this. So then the question is, what direction do we choose? So somebody might say, well, let's choose the direction that the top of the cow is traveling. So the angular velocity would be in this direction. Or maybe what the direction the bottom of the cow is traveling, this way. Or maybe what if we set the cow on the ground, which direction would the cow roll? And again, if you did that, the cow would roll off in that direction. The problem is top of the cow, bottom of the cow. What if the cow was sitting flat? Or what if the cow was in space? And the big problem is that any direction in the plane of motion, you can't get everyone to agree on which way that should be. So there's one unique way, though, and that's perpendicular to the plane of motion. So maybe, out of the screen or into the screen. And that's the way that they chose, out of the screen, into the screen. So perpendicular to the motion could be either into the screen or out of the screen. So how do you know which one to pick? The way that we do this is we use the right hand rule. So what you do is you curl your fingers of your right hand in the direction that the object is rotating, and then you extend your thumb, and the way that your thumb is pointing is the direction of the angular velocity. So in this case, we curl our fingers of our right hand and our thumb points out of the screen, so the angular velocity would be out of the screen. So what would be the direction of the angular velocity if the football is coming and as it rotates, the top of the football is rotating toward you? So we can take our right hand, curl our fingers, the rotation of the football with the top of the football coming toward you, and you can see that your thumb points to the right, or the angular velocity of this football would be to the right. What would be the angular velocity of this record if it's spinning in that direction? So as the record rotates with the angular velocity, well, we know it's going to be perpendicular to motion, so it's going to be up or down. And if we use our right hand to curl our fingers in the direction of the rotation, we find that our thumb points up, or the angular velocity would be in the up direction. So in conclusion, for angular velocity, we have to have a direction that anyone that would see that rotating object would agree on. And the only way we can do it is in perpendicular direction to the rotation. And just years ago, they chose to use the right hand rule. So curl your fingers in the direction of the rotation, and your thumb will show the direction of the angular velocity.